Hello
Uh,
everyone, I'm Tahira and I'm going to be your host for this episode. And today, me and my group are going to talk about women's safety, the most pressing issue, or should I say, one of the most pressing issues after the July uprising. We know there were many cases of eve teasings recently, like molestations, eve teasings, and even rape. And like I see a lot of posts in there and like in the social media and Facebook everywhere where girls are saying that they are feeling unsafe, they are being molested, or they are being stalked or something else like that. I think this hasn't been such an issue before, but after the July uprising, I've been seeing that this is the most pressing issues, like one of the most pressing issues, of course. But even before, like there were cases, but they were not as pressing as they are now. So I would like to know about this more from my teammates. Omar, would you please come take the floor?
uh, if I am to be very honest with it, I think that men are mainly partially responsible for this. But when it comes to us teaching the boys, what we saw that they're actually very shy when it comes to interacting with the girls. So I can tell that for till now, they're actually still they're good. But at the end of the day, if they actually grow up in an environment which is not really helpful in this sort of thinking, then yeah, they might turn for the worst. Okay, like if I'm being very honest, I actually consider myself as someone who actually respects women. Okay, like I, for example, I never touched a woman in my entire life. Trust me, like other than my mother, I never touched a single woman, no matter how close the female friend that I have is to me, right? I don't care how close she is. I never touch her. Okay, why is that? because because I don't know how she might feel. Even she is okay with it. I don't feel like I should do it, you know. And why do you think it happened? It happened mainly because of the teaching that I got from my family. It's like you don't touch a woman, you know, you just don't. So if you can actually put this in the mindset of most of the youths who are actually growing up right now, yeah, I believe that this problem can actually be resolved, you know.
So are you
So
saying that teachings can solve this problem? Like the moral teachings or the family teachings alone can solve this problem entirely?
I feel like this is the main issue. You know, if you can actually insert some good philosophy in them, a good way of thinking, which happened in my case, I don't feel like it will be a problem in the first place. So this is a fundamental thing that we have to ensure as these kids are as these boys are growing up, right? So the reason they turn for the worst is because of the not so helpful way of situation in which they grow up in, you know. So yeah, this is I believe
Understandable.
that it's the solution.
Okay. I would like to hear it more from Ohuna, I guess. Ohuna, can you please tell us more about this, or what do you think about this issue?
Um, women's safety was somewhat under control before the July uprising, but after the situation has been getting worse, after that, it's getting really worse day by day. Girls are no longer safe. Like, as you said, they're being molested everywhere they're going, and nowadays even if teasing, which was like we we are facing it every day now. Like
Yeah, so
it's
basically we were
regular,
unsafe
and
before,
which
but we
was
are more
if we
unsafe
talk
now.
about like before the July uprising, yeah, yeah. And the worst part is that no one is doing anything to help them, not even the government. And when I even Googled it, like what is the recent news about women's safety after July uprising, and I saw that there was nothing. Like it was blank. It's there was nothing, and no stories of them are being broadcast, and no effort is being made to address their struggles or ensure their safety. What does everyone wants now? Like, do they want another revolution? Like, they want what? I don't know. I just feel so
I think it's
frustrated.
because the law enforcement
And
is really weak right now. That's why there's no one we could go to. There's no
Yeah,
one we can complain to. Yeah.
the police
I would like
aren't
to
Faisal
paying
or
heed
add.
Faiz,
to
would you
our
like to share something
complaints,
more?
and
yeah,
I
the police
think
aren't paying heeds through our
Now, now the
complaints,
main
and
problem for that,
uh,
I think,
they are
is
like inactive in our life.
Yeah, yeah.
basically after
Got it.
the rising we saw in July. The interim government has has made efforts to bring peace, but the 15-year rule of a previous government has left a deep scar, in our society. And due to that, a lot of bad norms have been turned, you know, acceptable. So I think the police or the enforcement not paying heeds to the issue are, it has become a habit for them. Like, they, maybe that girl is getting molested, nothing to do. Let's get some bribes and stay quiet. And it's some sort of like that. Even I would agree to Omar's statement that men are, more responsible for this. But I will give an example. For example, my sister goes for coaching in between Maghrib and Isha prayer. So I feel very uncomfortable sending her alone, even though we live in a very, populated area like Dhanmondi, in a very, recognized area. But still, I feel very, scared and scared about that. So, another thing I would like to add, that is, even if an area is very, secured or everything, there are people who take chances in broad daylight. I also heard about people getting attacked in Dhanmondi Lake in broad daylight. That's a very bad issue, I would say.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. Like, I, as a woman myself, my family also faces the same situation. You could like literally hear me saying sometimes that, like my parents are gonna escort me to the door, or like my brother is gonna drop me off, or something like that. Like, it's very common for women nowadays. Like, it was even before, but I think right now the situation is so uncertain and so unreliable that
Yeah, I think there are
we
some
don't have much
posts
option.
on Facebook too, like students of brag, like female students on the bus are unsafe. Like they were attacked by a few, like the bus conductor, the drivers, and maybe there were some planning. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I want to know how you guys feel about it.
Saw that. Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
we saw that. We saw that.
I'm gonna ask
But
Basically,
I'm gonna ask
uh,
Mira and Marta here that as you guys were interacting with the girls, right? As you were teaching them, did they ever signal anything about it? Like, how much do you think they're aware of it, or did they actually share anything which made you think that okay, maybe what they're experiencing
yeah.
might be
I
safe,
think
or
sometimes
you know?
women even don't even want to share their experience because it's too embarrassing.
no, I don't think so. Like, I think that's what the, like, previous generation would do. I don't think this generation or the women from this generation would do something like that. They don't feel embarrassed on sharing stories about what happened to them or what they suffered. I think they are more likely to speak out about this and ask for justice, which unfortunately no one can provide at this point, I guess, because the law enforcement, again, I would say, is very weak at this point.
And you know what is the worst part is? What the worst part is?
Yeah, tell us.
Uh,
It's fine, it's fine.
what the worst part is? It's that people are reacting on their sensitive post where they post about their the harassment they faced and everything. It's very serious, you know.
I think it's just people on the internet just feeling like that no one's gonna see me laughing at them. Kind of shameful.
so about that, I think you can hear about black students getting attacked in broad daylight. For a few times we heard about it in the Bata campus. I think the main reason behind this is during the previous revolution, the students of Prague, being a representative of the private student union, uh, actually made a turning point in the revolution after the public students were confined in their halls with law enforcement. So I think it's a, kind of revenge motive for the people who were trying to, attack black students and then harass them to the point that they had to post about it in the Facebook group. Uh, the sad part about this is they cannot share about this to their parents because though their parents are backdated, they are of the previous generation, and we being of the new Gen Z generation, we are more, expressive about our thoughts and everything. So that's one point I would like to
Yeah,
want to
that's
add about
also
this.
like it's funny for me at this point. Like, money. Why did we do all those stuffs for? Like, it's actually getting funny that, like, we wanted justice, right? We wanted a just society, a just environment for ourselves, and what are we getting now? I really don't know. What's the irony of the situation? Masha, would you like to share any opinion, please?
Mm, yeah, sure. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. And tonight, I would like to talk about women's safety while traveling alone. Uh, I'm an adult woman myself, and I've never traveled alone, not even once. My family can not even imagine that I would go outside all by myself, especially at night. They would only allow me to hang out with my friends, cousins, and say that I must return home before evening. Uh, they also would allow me to go outside only if I have my father or
But Masha,
brothers
do you
with
think
me.
that this
Uh,
can last forever? Like, how long are they gonna protect?
yeah,
How long are they gonna carry it on? There are definitely there are
actually,
gonna be someday where you have to go out by yourself. Someday at least.
no, no,
Like it's not gonna be possible for them to take you out.
I don't think so because such mindset is not something that will vanish someday. Even if it's invisible outside, it will remain um, forever in the society. To be honest, women are less stronger than men. That's just our physical ability. There's nothing to be shy or upset about. We will never be equal to men. That's our limitation. We are all humans, yeah, but
I
we
I I I disagree with the statement that women will never be
Yeah, I
equal
think
to men. I
physical
don't think there's any
ability is
equality in
something.
this
Yeah,
equation.
physical
Like
ability
I
is
think
something,
uh,
and
you're
there's
talking about
a
the physical
social
ability.
construct as well.
yeah,
Like
I'm talking about the physical
even
ability.
though like men might be physically stronger, but they should still follow some rules. And
Yeah.
if they break certain rules, like attacking women, they are going to be punished by the law. Like, shouldn't they
uh,
be scared of that?
Exactly.
Moving away,
I think it's all around. I think with from my statement, family morals and teachings also matter, and law enforcement also matters. I think these two things together can make this situation
uh,
a better one.
Actually, I'm not very optimistic about this current situation. I think that such mindset is never gonna be vanished. Actually,
moving away.
Mar, would you like to say something about
mm,
this? Or Faiz, would you like to say
I
something
want
about
to
this?
say is that you guys
I
are
don't.
too constrained in the physical part of the thing. How about how safe are girls in the internet? You know, like moving away from
I
the
think
conversation of
That's also
physical
an issue.
abuse, and how safe do you think women are in on internet? You know,
I think
But
that
I
that's
still
raises the
think the
more
question.
cyber
dangerous.
crime
Like,
branch is more
yeah,
active than the physical one.
even men can be bullied. That's worse.
Yeah, like the cyber
On the
the
internet,
cyber
it's
crime
scary.
side is quite different than the
Yeah,
usual world. I think those things can still be handled. Like we can do a lot of things about those, but without the law enforcement and the police or something else, we are not being able to deal with these situations like the women's safety and everything else. Paz, what do you think about it?
Firstly, I would like to add the current challenges we are the women are facing right now in our society, such as um, you see that they are not safe in public spaces, especially at night. I would like to say about a story where a woman was going on a bus in late at night, and there was no one, as all of them have left the bus, and the mm, bus driver and conductor raped her and dumped her in the mm, pond, I think. Yeah. Uh, Although it happened in India,
That was
but it's not. Yeah, yeah. Although it happened in India, it's not like that. It won't happen in Bangladesh. Um, Similar thing can
I think
happen
there are many
in
cases,
this place.
I think
Yeah,
there
Yeah,
are
there are
many
many
crude
cases
cases in
that are like,
Bangladesh
yeah,
similar to that
unsolved.
story.
and
Even the
there's this kind of law problems that if you just file a report or something, the cases will be like slow, and sometimes victim won't get support from others, and
like
it would be like a
people with
long uh,
rape charges are still like really roaming
yeah,
around.
it will be like dragging for a long time, and sometimes the victims are told to shut up by the society and encouraged from reporting about that. And sometimes in some places like village areas, there are like honor killing. Family would do that to uh, recover their
Yeah,
honor
keep their
in the
honor.
society,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah, that's all I would like to say about that.
So yeah, I think all in all, the situation has only few solutions, and those few solutions consist of, as Umar said, the family teachings and morals, and like as I previously mentioned, strong law enforcement and just society. I think that's all we need to solve this problem of women's safety, especially after this July uprising. I think that would be all for today. That would be all we'd be talking about the women's safety. So yeah, thanks a lot for joining us on this session. Let's meet you in the next episode. Thanks a lot.